everybody, welcome along to another episode of the Championship Review here on my channel. So after a really action-packed weekend of Championship action, plenty of crazy decisions, goalkeeping errors, crazy goal GIFs, everything, you name it, that Championship offered it this weekend. So we're going to get straight into it with the Friday night offering out Sheffield United 2, Bristol City 1. Obviously Bristol City, fantastic result for them, solidifies their playoff push now and even gets them even closer to a potential automatic place. I'm not sure that's a realistic, because it is a realistic game obviously, but I think it's more of a playoff finish for them this season. And they took took the lead through Jamie Patterson. Lovely little strike from him as well to make it 1-0. And in the second half, Leon Clark, the man in form, the main man for Sheffield United, made it 1-1 with an equaliser. Then right at the end, Aidan Flint pops up with a well-timed finish. I think it was his 6th goal of the season from centre-half to make it 2-1. And it gives Bristol City all 3 points. As for Sheffield United, I think looking at all the teams in the playoffs at the moment, I think they could be the potential side who drop out maybe. Their recent form's not been great. I think they're now starting to get starting to understand the fixture congestion and how many games you play in this division. After starting so well, I think it's now starting to, the mid-season blunder might be occurring with them. We've seen it in the past with likes of Nottingham Forest in 2014-15. Started so well, then went on to finish quite poorly in the league. It just shows you that the first half can also, the second half of the season can undo your first half season's work, and they've got to try and stick at it and try and find a win. But that's Bristol City moving in the right direction at the moment, and things could be going better for them. So moving to the Saturday games, Aston Villa drew 0-0 Millwall. Millwall had plenty of chances to win this game. Lee Gregory, Steve Morrison, a catalogue of chances on either side of either half really to try and get 3 points. But it was a point gained, as Neil Harris said, for Millwall, not 2 points dropped. As for Aston Villa, probably not the best result in terms of them trying to keep hold on the playoff place. Obviously done well last week against Leeds to come back from a goal down and get something there. 2 points from 2 games. Isn't the worst in the world, I wouldn't think, but if you want to be trying to hit playoff form, you look at teams like Millwall and you really should try to be beating them at home, really. Also, Christopher Samba, Steve Bruce said he's got a little hamstring niggle, so he might be out of the next game, which means they're even lighter now at centre-half. You take out John Terry as well, who's broken metatarsal injury. He might be back till the new year, but potentially maybe beforehand if he's ahead of schedule. So they're going to be a bit light at centre-half now until 2018, potentially in the new year. And they need to try and kick on now and try and beat these lesser teams at home. So kicking on to the next one, Barnsley lost to Derby 3-0 at Oakwell. Fantastic result for Derby, playing some really great stuff at the moment, really doing well, solidifying a playoff place. They occupy the I think 5th place in the Championship now, so they're playing some great free-flowing football, scoring goals for fun. Mate Vidra's in hot form at the moment. He scored again Saturday. One of the main men this season for them. He's really improved, showing signs of the form a couple of seasons back, which really gave him a sort of reputation for being a potent striker in the Championship. But a couple of seasons, 2015-16, even last season, things weren't great for him. But under Gary Rowett, he's getting a good run of games. He's really repaying their faith in him and showing why they paid £9 million at the back in the last summer for him. As for Barnsley, again, clean sheets proved to be a bit woeful for them. Struggling defensively and even struggling to create goals now at home is a big problem. And then they're getting sucked into that relegation mix, obviously, with the teams below them not too far off them now. They're not miles behind, but a couple of the teams below them did lose, but one did get a point. We'll explain that a bit later on. But they need to be trying to get a win, or at least something soon. Let's try and give them a foundation to build on over this next Christmas period, where games come thick and fast, which gives them a good chance to move on, recover from each game. But as I said, they need to try and get some results. As for Derby, Tom Lawrence went off on Saturday. He could be a big miss if he's out long term. He's been a pivotal player for Gary Rowett's side this season, so he could be a big miss for them. But as I said, for Derby, imperiously good at the moment, looking very well, and on course for a playoff place, I think. So moving to the next one, Burton lost to Preston by 2-1 in this one. So looking at Preston, fantastic result for them, good character, and I much need to win on the road at the moment, and it's proven that the Prolly Stadium at Burton Albion's not the best. It's probably not the hardest place to go in terms of trying to get 3 points. Burton seems to be struggling at the moment, struggling for form at the moment as well, not getting any sort of consistent results together, and now they're sitting root at the bottom of the Championship. Potentially there could be a chance of them being cut adrift into teams above them, going a bit of a decent run over this period. And also, looking at Burton Albion, they need to recruit well in January, and they need to get a goal scorer in, and probably a decent centre-half maybe, so either side who can really try and push up the table, and try and get you the goals like last season when they had Michael Kitely coming on loan at the back end of last season as well. They had Cordy Woodrow and Lassavig and Christensen. So them 3 players there give them energy in the final third, and it give them a bit more quality in the final third, which then propelled them on to staying up in the division. They could probably do with a couple of them type of players again. Players who know this division well, have had experience, but can also add that creativity and that positivity in front of the goal. But as I said, for Preston, no, it's a solid result for Preston. Keeps him in the top half of the table now. Keeps him on tabs with the playoffs. But as I said, the playoffs now, there's a little bit of a gap between Leeds in 8th and Leeds in 7th and Sheffield United in 6th now. It's about a 3 or 4 point gap, which I need to probably bridge over the next couple of weeks, over this busy Christmas period, that all the sides need to try and bridge, who are trying to chase for a playoff place. But Preston are going about it the right way at the moment. Darryl Horgan and Tom Clark with both goals to secure the 3 points. And yeah, they're moving on really well at the moment. And Alex Neil's side, he's starting to get a good tune out of them. So into the next one, my team Fulham. We beat Birmingham 1-0. There's a match day vlog that I done on Saturday for the game. I'll put a card in the top right of the screen, probably at the start of the video or maybe at this point in the video, so you can go and watch that after you've hopefully watched this one. I'm quite happy the way that's done at the moment. But looking at that game, Fulham, we played quite well in that game. Should have really scored more goals. Again, lack of firepower up front for us is definitely going to be our Achilles heel this season. Hopefully in January we can get a striker in who knows where to find the back of the net, and he's proven in this division. I've been hearing reports, we've been looking at a couple of foreign players from the German leagues and stuff like that, which I don't really think is the best idea for us, really. I think we need to try and get a good blueprint of players who've played in this division before and give Slavisa Jokanovic a checkbook that he can have free will to try and buy whoever he wants. As for Birmingham, another defeat for them. Didn't look fantastically great. I do feel sorry for their fans. Fantastic support, as I said in my matchday vlog on numerous occasions. 4,000 and over 4,000 going to Fulham, coming to Craven Cottage over the weekend was fantastic. And to get repaid by a very negative brand of football to me, which is like they're probably playing for a point, I felt. Obviously, after the game, Steve Cottrell was under scrutiny. Rumours that on Twitter there was a deleted tweet, apparently, that he had parted company. The Birmingham official club Twitter had tweeted that out, then deleted the tweet. So there's a bit of controversy there. Obviously, I saw Steve Cottrell speaking some footage of Steve Cottrell talking to some fans after the game. A group of about 8 or 9. He took away to one side after the game and spoke to them outside of the ground, which shows that he means well. And he said even that he'd always acknowledge over 4,000 fans. I think they've just got to stick with him at the moment. I think he hit the nail on the head in this pretty much interview. This rut they've been in has happened for a while before he even came to this club, so you can't look at him and blame him for it. This happened even when Zola was in charge. They've got to keep the faith and to stick by him. So I do think he's the right man. He knows his division well. He's earned his stripes in these type of divisions. They've got to stick by Steve, and hopefully they can get an upturn in fortune. So moving to the next one, Hull beat Brentford 3-2. The Adkins effect, I've heard, going round. No wins in September for Hull. 3 goals coming in. Really well taken goals as well. Nigel Atkins getting that first home win since September. That'll be vitally important for him. He's a very positive character, and you can see that he's instilled that among Hull. They showed some good character, and the only little critique I'd probably have from this game was they're still leaking goals at home. They could have held on for 3-1. They let a sloppy goal at the end from John Egan from a set piece to make it 3-2. But as I said, for Hull, moving in the right direction now, just pushes them up into away from that relegation mix. And under Nigel Atkins, he'll get them organised, he'll get them drilled. And in my opinion, I think then the Slutsky was probably a bit too nice in terms of his approach. But with Nigel Atkins, he's that positive effect, but he can also have that ruthlessness as well to his game, which will probably radiate across to his side. And I think he's looking to strengthen in January. But they've got some good talented players down, the likes of Kevin Stewart, Noah Dicko, Jackson Irvine, Jared Bowen as well, to name 4 there. So they've got good quality there, good foundations. If he can build on that, then I'm sure they'll do okay. So looking at Brentford, not the best result in terms of them winning their West London derby last week. That was a good time to probably build on that and try and kick-start their season. They failed to do that on Saturday. Letting 3 goals against Hull, that's not the best result for them, really. So moving to the next one, Middlesbrough beat Ipswich 2-0. Mick McCarthy said that Ipswich let Middlesbrough play in this one and give them an easy ride in this game. But it's a good result for Middlesbrough though, regardless of what Mick McCarthy said. To bounce back after a defeat last week against Bristol City is always positive, to come out in front of your home fans. And win 2-0 against a very well-drilled Ipswich side, who are in a similar position to where they are at the moment as well, is always going to be a fantastic result. Looking at the way Ipswich played though, they didn't play fantastically well, didn't live up to the quality they've been showing their fans this season. So it's a bit of a little dip for them so far, but as for Middlesbrough, moving in the right direction now. Good to put that poor performance last week to bed and now kick on up the table and try and get into a playoff place potentially as an outsider. So moving on, we've got Nottingham Forest 3, Bolton 2. Nottingham Forest, fantastic result for them, but leaking goals has been an Achilles heel for them this season. They leak a lot of goals, and they have done all season. And they, in fact, just really struggled to really put Bolton away to give them a bit of breathing room. So whenever they took the lead, Bolton pegged them back. Obviously, Barry Mackay opened the scoring, and then we had Will Buckley equalise in this game as well. Ben Brereton also scored in the second half as well, and also an own goal from David Worrell. He scored at both ends in this game as well. So for Nottingham Forest, it's a good result. It keeps them in and around that playoff mix. It still keeps them with a sniff. But as for Bolton, no, I'm lucky not to get nothing from this game, I felt. They did play some good stuff, but they need to probably tighten up a bit more defensively. They've shown capabilities that they can score goals, and on the road they're not doing too bad, but I don't think they've won an away game all season this year. I'm not too sure if they have. But And yeah, as I said, though, Nottingham Forest need to tighten up defensively if they want to try and get into the top 6 this year. So moving to the next one, QPR lost 3-1 to Leeds. Fantastic result for Leeds. All 3 of their goals, Kemar Roofe hat-trick, fantastic. And you can see some of the quality in these deliveries that Kemar Roofe only had to really guide in. The likes of Sabitsky, Alioski, even some of the deliveries for Kemar Roofe to get his hat-trick were fantastic. And when you have that quality in the final third and that, it's always going to make your attackers feel confident because they know that if you deliver a good ball into the box, and all 3 crosses and that for the goals were fantastic. I mean, even the Sabitsky one was probably the pick for me. A lovely ball in, flat, pacey, right across the face, and all Kemar Roofe's got to do is just guide that in off his chest and it goes in. One problem though, Felix Weidwold's goalkeeping error was probably one of the few lesser points I think for Leeds. A simple hopeful ball back in after a set piece. Weidwold misjudges the bounce, it goes over his head and goes in due to the goal line tech. But nothing probably too much to worry about, I don't think, for Leeds. They're moving in the right direction now, 7th in the Championship, eyeing up Sheffield United now, probably on the wane a bit at the moment. But as I said, for QPR, not the best result for them. Drags them kind of into a relegation mix this season, but I don't think they should go down. I think they've got enough quality to stay up, in my opinion. So moving to the penultimate game, Wolves 0, Sunderland 0. Fantastic result for Sunderland, despite going out to 10 men after Lee Cattermole got booked twice in a minute for his tackles on Diogo Jota, I think it was. But Wolves failed to break down Sunderland, and as Nuno Espirito Santo said, only one team were trying to win this game. Sunderland were consolidating for a point. Good point as well, clean sheet as well, Molyneux, not the worst result, but as for Wolves, struggling to break down teams like this could be an Achilles heel. More teams could look at this and try and follow the example of Sunderland, which could make it a frustrating season, upcoming second half of the season for Wolves. And moving to the final game in this review, it was Norwich 3, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Sheffield Wednesday took the lead for a Jordan Rhodes goal, predatory, typical Jordan Rhodes goal. But then Norwich hit back with 3 second-half goals, courtesy of James Maddison, Tim Closer, and a Nelson Oliveira penalty. Good result for Norwich. No home win for a while as well. That gave them good confidence and just give them a bit more freedom now going into the international break. Obviously, Daniel Farke was under a bit of scrutiny for the style of football he plays at home. Many fans said it was slightly boring, and with the attacking quality they've got, they'd probably like to see a bit more fluidity in the final third. But that's a good result for them against a tough Sheffield Wednesday side, though I think Carlos Carvalhal's time could be up, in my opinion. I think he could be sacked very soon if he's not careful. Results haven't been too great, and in recent press conferences he's now showing the pressure's probably getting to him. So there you have it, guys. There's my Championship review. If you do like it, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. We're doing quite well at the moment. We're growing out quite nicely. I'm really happy with it. Yep. So as I said, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new for more Fulham and Championship content. And we'll see you all in the next video, which could be Tuesday, could be a 300 subscriber special maybe. But if not, it'll be a Thursday for another one of our Championship reviews. So we'll see you all then. Thanks. Bye bye.